Very good news is moving toward you. And I want you to pause and recognize that this moment has not come to you without meaning. My beloved child, listen to me with a calm heart. Do not let fear, doubt, or habits of distraction pull you away from what I am whispering into your heart. I do not come to make you tremble in worry, nor do I come to threaten you with tears or regret. I come to awaken the hope within you that has been covered many times by weariness. A good movement is drawing near to your circumstances, an arrangement you have not yet fully seen, but one I quietly prepared before you even knew you would need it. You have been waiting for a confirmation, a sense of relief, a sign that the future has not closed before you. And today, I call you to stand still in faith and receive peace before that good news touches your life in a clearer form. I know you have grown tired of waiting. I know there are days when you try to appear fine, while inside you are full of unanswered questions. You have looked around your life and wondered why everything keeps being delayed, why others seem to pass through their doors more quickly, while you still stand in the quiet place where hope and doubt keep competing for a voice. But my child, silence does not mean I am absent. Delay does not mean I have forgotten. And a season that has not yet bloomed does not mean the seed has died. I am still working in places you cannot see, arranging things that seem disconnected, touching hearts, redirecting circumstances, and restoring order to the things that once confused you. The good news that is coming is not only an outward event, but also an inward release, causing you to recognize that the days you persevered were not in vain. Remain in this stillness, not because I need you to fear missing out, but because you need to learn how to recognize my voice among the noises. Many things in this world compete for your attention: notifications, worries, comparison, stories that make your heart heavier, old memories reminding you not to hope too much. But I am pulling you out of that spiral to remind you that you do not have to live as someone led by circumstances. You can stop, breathe, and let your heart be placed in my hands. When you pay attention to what I am doing, your eyes no longer look only at the problem. You begin to see possibilities, doors, wisdom, and small signs of an opening way. Your attention in this moment is not an empty ritual. It is the way you turn your heart toward the light, so the faith within you may be awakened and prepared to receive what is good. In the time close before you, something may begin to shift in a way you do not expect. It may be a message, a phone call, an answer, an opportunity, a release, a decision, a sudden peace, or a small sign that is enough for you to know that I am with you. Do not limit me by the patterns you are used to. I can come through very simple things. I can use someone you do not expect. I can open a door through a conversation that seems ordinary. I can ease a burden through news that arrives at the right time. I can place within your heart a certainty you could not create by your own strength before. What I do does not always begin with a loud echo, but when it comes from me, it carries peace, clarity, and a new faith that helps you keep walking. My beloved child, do not let the memory of old disappointments teach you to close your heart to what is new. I know there were times when you hoped and then were let down. There were doors that once opened slightly and then closed. There were people who promised but did not keep their word. There were circumstances that made you think everything was about to improve, only to wound you again. I do not deny these things. I do not tell you to forget as though they never happened. But I say to you that the past has no right to sit on the throne of your future. The things that once disappointed you cannot decide what I will do today. Human promises may shake, but my mercy does not change. When I lead good news toward you, it does not need permission from old failures. It comes according to my timing, according to my ways, and according to the love I have had for you since before you knew how to call me Father. Prepare your heart with peace. Do not rush. Do not panic. And do not try to guess every detail until your heart becomes tangled. Let the inner house of your being be cleared of negative voices. Stop telling yourself that what is good is not meant for you. Stop seeing yourself as someone who always arrives late to every blessing. You have not been left behind. You do not stand outside my sight. Your name is still called by me with love. Your needs are still fully known by me. The things you do not dare speak because you fear they may sound too small or too great, I still understand completely. And because I understand, I am teaching you to receive not only with open hands, but with a heart healed from shame, fear, and the feeling that you are unworthy of what is good. When the good news comes, receive it with gratitude and wisdom. Discern in peace, not in haste. If it is an opportunity, examine it in pure light. If it is an invitation, listen and ask for clarity. If it is help, receive it with humility. If it is an inner change within you, nurture it with good words, with stillness, and with decisions no longer driven by fear. I do not give what is good so you may become proud or dependent on outward things. I give it so you may understand that I am still opening the way, still caring for you, and still leading you into a life that is more spacious, brighter, and more peaceful. Therefore, my child, do not turn your back on hope in this moment. Do not let weariness speak on behalf of your faith. Do not let distraction cause you to lose the ability to recognize the small signs of grace. Remain in listening. Place your hand upon your heart and say that you are ready to receive what is good in the way I desire to bring it. Let your mind be lifted above dark conclusions. Let my light enter the places once occupied by worry. I am moving toward you with mercy. I am arranging things for your good in a way that will not harm you. I am turning waiting into a door of deeper understanding of my love. Be at peace, my beloved child. Good news is drawing near, and no matter what form it takes, the most important thing is that you recognize my hand within it. I do not want you to live by impatience, but by faith. I do not want you to fear missing out, but to know how to stay awake and receive. I do not want your tears to be tears of regret, but tears of relief when you see that I still remember, still hear, still work, and still hold you in my merciful arms. Open your heart. Let the expectation within you be sanctified by peace. And when what is good begins to touch your circumstances, you will understand that I did not delay because I had forgotten you, but because I was preparing everything to arrive at the right time, in the right way, and to bring the support your heart has long been waiting for. You have had to carry silent burdens for a long time, and I have seen it all. Even on the days when you thought no one noticed what you were enduring, I know the pressures you hide behind an ordinary appearance. I know the worries you lay down in silence and then pick up again when night comes. I know the times you tell yourself to be strong just a little longer, even though inside you are weary to the very end. You have learned to keep walking among unclear things. Learn to smile while your heart is still heavy. Learn to do what must be done even when no one stands beside you to say you are doing well. But my beloved child, I will not let that perseverance pass by unnamed. Every step you take in the season of uncertainty is noticed by me. Every time you choose not to give up, even if only by a small breath, becomes a sign of faith quietly burning within you. I have witnessed the moments when you kept your faith alive, even when it was only like a fragile lamp before the wind. There were times when you no longer prayed with many words, but only lifted your heart in silence. I still heard. There were times when you no longer knew what to ask for, and only hoped to get through one day without collapsing. I was still near. There were times when you wondered why you kept going, why you still got up, why you had not yet let go of hope, even though everything around you seemed unchanged. It was because my hand was still lifting you from the hidden place. You do not always feel me, but I still keep you. You do not always see the way, but I still lead you. You do not always understand the meaning of this season, but I am still using it to prepare for you a goodness that will not come by accident. So today I want to speak to you very clearly. Something good is coming, and it is not a coincidence falling into your life. It is connected to the tears you wiped away quickly, to the nights when you still believed though your heart trembled, to the times when you entrusted to me what you could not repair by yourself, to the seasons when you endured yet did not allow your heart to become bitter. You thought some years were only loss, but in my hands, they can become a foundation. You thought some days were only waiting, but in my wisdom, they are becoming preparation. You thought some wounds only made you weaker, but I am using them to teach you tenderness, clarity, compassion, and perseverance that no school of human life could ever give you. Do not take lightly what I am doing just because it has not appeared in a loud way. There are blessings that come like thunder, shaking the whole sky around you, but there are also blessings that come like morning light, so gentle, so quiet, so clear, that if your heart is too busy with fear, you may walk past them without recognizing them. I do not want you to miss what is good, simply because you have become used to looking for great signs. I am training your vision to become more delicate, so you may recognize an opening way in a small invitation. See grace in a timely meeting. Hear guidance in a sudden idea filled with peace, and recognize a door in something that seems very ordinary. Not everything sacred comes with a resounding sound. Many times I come in gentleness, and only hearts that know how to listen recognize that I am drawing near. What is happening is not only an outward change, not only circumstances shifting, work becoming brighter, finances being supported, relationships being rearranged, or new doors beginning to open. Deeper than that, I am causing the strength within you to rise again. There are parts of you that have fallen asleep because of weariness, dreams you laid down because you feared another disappointment, and beliefs you did not dare to name because you were afraid that if you spoke them aloud, they would not come to pass. but I am touching those places with the gentleness of a father. I am awakening within you a courage that is not loud, confidence that is not proud, hope that is not fragile, and peace that does not depend on everything becoming perfect immediately. You are not only about to see what is good come to you, you are also becoming steady enough to receive it. I am preparing you so that when the blessing appears, you will not rush past it, doubt it because it comes too gently, or lose it because you still carry the mindset of the old season. You have lived on defense for so long that when something good draws near, you ask yourself whether it is real, whether it will stay, whether you are worthy. Let me remove those questions from you. You do not need to receive blessing with fear. You can receive it with gratitude. You do not need to doubt my kindness simply because the past once hurt you. You can open your heart little by little and let me teach you to live in a new way, not shrinking before tomorrow, not treating peace as something unfamiliar, and not seeing goodness as something meant only for others. Remember that the things you endured were not meaningless. I do not rejoice in seeing you hurt, but I have the power to turn painful seasons into fertile soil for growth. I did not send you into difficulty to abandon you, but I walked with you through every stage. And now I am bringing into the light what has been quietly formed within you. Your patience will no longer be only a weary memory, it will become strength. Your tears will no longer be only traces of sorrow. They will become witnesses of a journey that was preserved. Your waiting will no longer be only an empty space. It will become evidence that I can work even when you see nothing moving. And when that good thing comes, you will understand that I did not waste a single day in your story. So, my beloved child, stay awake in these days. Do not let your mind sink so deeply into anxiety that it cannot hear the voice of peace calling. Do not let the familiarity of weariness make you doubt when joy begins to return. Do not let old disappointments teach you to reject new opportunities. I am guiding your attention toward the right place to look. Not so, you will wait in tension, but so you will walk with gentle expectation. Observe the small changes. Treasure the signals of peace. Listen to the pure promptings that lead you closer to what is good. Let your heart soften before the doors I am beginning to open. What you are waiting for may begin with something very small, but do not despise a small beginning, because in my hands, a small seed can become shade for an entire season of life ahead. I am with you in this moment of transition. The good thing that is coming is not for you to boast in your own strength, but to recognize that I kept you through the days when you thought you could not continue. It does not come to erase the memory of the journey, but to illuminate that journey with new meaning. You will look back and understand why you had to persevere. You will realize why I did not allow you to give up in your weakest days. You will see that even when you did not know why you kept walking, I knew where I was leading you. Lift your head, my child. Let hope return to your breath. Let peace sit again in your home. Let your heart prepare to receive what is good with gratitude. What I am doing will not pass by wasted, for I am opening your eyes to recognize it, opening your hands to receive it, and opening the way before you, so you may enter the new season in my gentle light. If at this moment you feel a deep and urgent prompting within yourself, do not quickly call it fear. It is the voice of awareness. I am awakening within you. There are moments when your heart suddenly becomes more sensitive than usual. as though something inside you recognizes a movement drawing near before your eyes see any outward sign. I am not placing this urgency in you to confuse you, nor am I drawing you near through pressure or threat. I am only gently keeping you in the light of what I am doing. So, you do not miss the important transitions I prepared long ago. You have passed through many weary seasons, many roads where hope seemed to be only a small lamp. Yet that lamp has not gone out, and I have preserved it through every cold wind of testing. My beloved child, the hours before you are not empty hours. There are times that seem very ordinary outwardly, but in the holy realm, they carry the weight of arrangement, of answers drawing near, and of doors preparing to open. I know you have prayed for many things and then placed them in a quiet corner of your heart because you feared that continuing to hope would hurt you more. I know there were prayers you once spoke through tears, then no longer dared to mention because you thought I had been silent for too long. But my silence is never forgetfulness. There are things I do not answer immediately, not because I reject you, but because I am preparing the time, preparing you, preparing the circumstances, and preparing even the people connected to what I am about to do. Therefore, keep your heart near me. Do not let distraction pull you away from the peace being poured down. Do not let the noise of life cause you to lose the ability to recognize small but meaningful signs. There are movements bearing your name beginning to take shape, not because you have been perfect, nor because you have accomplished everything by yourself, but because I am a merciful Father who knows what you have endured and how you need to be supported. The things you once thought had been buried in the past have not disappeared from my memory. The dreams you once laid down because of weariness, the opportunities you thought you had lost, the promises you once held tightly and then loosened your grip on because you waited too long, I still see them all. I do not only see what you currently have, I also see what you are appointed to become. Perhaps you once asked why everything kept stretching on, why you prayed and yet circumstances remained silent, why you tried to live kindly, tried to be faithful, tried to stand firm, yet the doors still had not opened. My child, every step you have taken, even the heaviest ones, has not been wasted. Difficult days have shaped within you a perseverance you could not have learned in favorable days. Seasons of delay have taught you how to distinguish what comes from me from what only looks beautiful on the outside but is empty within. Roads that hurt you have made your heart softer toward others, deeper in compassion, and stronger in trust. I do not rejoice in seeing you hurt, but I can use even what wounded you to build within you a firmer foundation. Now you are being led to a meeting point between faith and answer. What you believed in silence will begin to meet what I do in reality. What you sowed with tears will not remain forever in the dark soil. What you held with perseverance will not remain forever hidden. I am redirecting things that seemed unfavorable so they may serve your restoration. There were people who did not understand you, circumstances that discouraged you, delays that made you doubt yourself. But I will use even these things to bring you to the place where you need to stand. You have not been overlooked. You have not been passed by. You have not been held back without meaning. Your waiting has a reason, and that reason will gradually be revealed with the clarity your heart has long desired. I want you to enter this moment with calmness. Do not let urgency become panic. Do not let expectation become impatience. What I am bringing is not meant to overwhelm you, but to lift you up from where you have been for too long. I do not come to place more burden on your shoulders. I come to remove the cords that have made your steps heavy. I do not bring vagueness, so you must guess in anxiety. I bring enough light for the next step, enough wisdom for the decision before you, and enough peace so you will not be pulled into the spiral of fear. You do not need to know the entire road today. You only need to know that my hand is leading you and my love does not change. Open your heart to restoration. Some parts of your life have become so used to lack that when goodness draws near, you doubt it. Old wounds have made you think you must always prepare for the worst. But I do not want you to live forever in a defensive posture. I want you to learn again how to receive what is good without fearing it will be taken away. How to believe in the future without being suffocated by the past. How to smile without feeling that you are betraying the pains that came before. My restoration does not merely patch what was torn. I make new, deepen, beautify, and strengthen. I do not only return to you what was lost in its old form. Sometimes I give you what is better, purer, more timely, and more fitting for the person I am building within you today. In the coming hours, keep your attention in peace. Pray with simple words. Listen to the gentle promptings that lead you toward what is good. Avoid conversations that disturb your heart, thoughts that pull you back into despair, and judging yourself by harsh standards. Let your room, your home, your work, and your decisions be covered by the calm that comes from me. If an idea lights up, take note of it. If a small door opens, move toward it with wisdom. If an unexpected peace touches you, receive it as a reminder that I am near. Not every movement of mine is loud. Many great things begin with a very deep quiet. My child, believe that what is coming is not loss, but rebuilding, not disorder, but arrangement. Not a passing wind, but a new season being opened little by little. I am clarifying what was once unclear. I am answering questions that once kept you awake. I am bringing you out of the halfway place where you did not know whether to hope or give up. Let your faith stand up, not loudly, only sincerely. Say in your heart that you are ready to receive what I do, ready to follow my guidance, ready to leave behind the fear that has followed you for too long. I do not promise you a path without trials, but I promise that you will not walk alone. And when the shift begins, remember to keep your heart humble and grateful. What I give is not to make you proud, but to make you freer, clearer, and more loving. When I lift you, use that support to become a source of peace for others. When I open a door for you, walk through it with a pure heart. When I bring restoration, let it change not only your circumstances, but also the way you see life. See yourself, and see my love. You were not forgotten in the quiet days. You were not left behind in the seasons of waiting. I have been working behind the veil, and now it is coming closer than you think. Stay calm. Stay awake. Open your heart, because I am bringing clarity, support, and restoration to you at the right time. Keep your heart steadfast, because what I am preparing in the coming hours is not a meaningless passing thing. My beloved child, there are moments in life that are not marked by loud noise, yet carry the weight of a holy turning point. The next 3 hours may open a sign, a gentle touch, a small but meaningful movement, enough for you to recognize that I am still near and still leading you. So do not let doubt pull you away from this place of peace. Do not let weary thoughts convince you that everything remains the same. Precisely when you feel most prone to wavering, that is when you need to hold tightly to me more than ever. You are not present in this moment by accident. Nothing I allow to touch you is completely without purpose. You are here because the deepest part within you has recognized that something important is taking place, even though your eyes have not yet fully seen it. There are calls that do not sound in the ears, yet awaken recognition in the heart. There are movements that do not shake the room around you, yet redirect an entire season of life. I have placed you into this flow not so you would be afraid, but so you would be prepared, supported, and reminded that you are not entering change alone. Right now, a quiet arrangement is taking place around you. Outwardly, everything may still look the same as yesterday, the same room, the same responsibilities, the same numbers, the same worries, the same familiar roads. But do not let the still appearance of your circumstances deceive your heart. I often do my deepest works in silence. I open the way before you hear footsteps. I prepare helpers before you know their names. I soften hard places before you reach the door. I bring order to tangled things before you see the result. Therefore, even though the scene around you has not clearly changed, know that my hand has already begun shifting what you cannot yet see. I am also softening the road before you, because I know you have gone through much pressure, much weariness, and many times of forcing yourself to stand before things that seemed beyond your strength. I do not want blessing to come to you like a wave that overwhelms you. I want it to come under the covering of peace, so you can receive without panic, move forward without confusion, and hold what I give without losing rest in your heart. You have prayed for change, quietly longing many times for a new direction, a new sign, a new opening. Now that change is no longer only a prayer suspended in the air, it is beginning to take shape, beginning to draw near, beginning to touch the parts of life you thought would remain delayed much longer. Perhaps you are feeling a very gentle calm rising in your chest, like a soft wind passing over dry ground. Perhaps, in the midst of unresolved things, you suddenly feel your heart trembling less, your breath becoming deeper, and within you a gentle certainty that everything is about to move in the right direction. Do not take that feeling lightly. It is not your weak imagination, nor a desire merely comforting itself. It is the awareness within you responding to what I am doing. When I draw near, peace often goes before me. When I open a way, your heart often feels a quietness that reason cannot explain. When I am about to turn circumstances around, you may feel relief even before the good news is placed in your hands. Therefore, remain in faith. My beloved child, do not quickly deny what I am sowing into your heart simply because your eyes have not seen enough evidence. Do not let the coming hours pass in anxiety, but move through them with gentle awareness and pure trust. I am with you in every breath. In every thought you try to keep peaceful. In every second you choose faith instead of fear. What is coming is not meant to confuse you, but to remind you that I am still the one who cares, guide, and opens the way for you. Keep your heart settled in me, because what I am arranging is closer than you think. And the peace you are feeling is the first sign of that transition.